I don't know if this was a win. The video was recently released on Internet Anarchist, which accused him of several things, including drug trafficking.
What? This guy's taking weed edibles across international lines? Drug trafficker alert, drug trafficker alert. Somebody lock this guy up, get this maniac off the streets, put him into a fucking straitjacket.
Now, most commentators have watched the video and clammed on it, deservingly. But in and amongst the dross, there might be a crumb of notable criticism there. And when lesser men have failed, Chud Logic managed to get him on for an interview.
Well. Here
Okay.
we go. Damn, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, sir. I just want to...
It's a fucking intro like a fucking, like a Marvel movie dialogue. Jesus. Okay.
First, I was just rewatching your VOD, and I kind of felt like the way you were presenting it was that, like, I chose to go into this place, and then I willingly just stuck around for a long time. And the way it was presented in the video was also very malicious. I just want to add some context to this. Phuket, or specifically Patong, first of all, it's a very common tourist destination in Thailand, like one of the most common. And when you're walking down the streets there's people holding signs and they like lead you to places saying, "Oh, free entry to this place, crazy show, crazy thing." And for some even more context, I was just traveling for a beach holiday with my girlfriend. And we were
Right,
just there.
okay.
They advertised this thing. She'd heard about them. Everyone sort of has heard about, oh, what's a ping pong show? And they sort of drag you into these places. And
Right, so everybody's heard of it. Everyone knows what's going on. Going with a group of people. Girlfriend. Okay. Does that make it better or worse? I don't know. I would think, this might be like a really, really weird take. I would think that if he's going in with his girlfriend, it's kind of like, well, you know, I've got a woman there as well with me, so, you know, is it ethical to go into this? Well, you know, if she's all right with it, then I guess so, and maybe deferring to her. We'll see if he brings that up, though. I might be issuing defenses he's not even making.
when you get in there, you enter, it's like a club, then you go, literally it's the same, it's on the main street, it's like a big club, and you enter and it's the show. And basically, where they get you is they make you buy drinks. So
Where they
when I
get
went to
you.
this, I thought it was uncomfortable, which is what I stated in my message. And what
I don't know what he means by that, where they get you. I'm sure that's just like their monetization thing, right? Like they don't want to pay you like an entrance fee, so they like charge drinks. Like a lot of clubs, a lot of pubs do this.
what I meant by it's uncomfy, but you also can't look away, is because how shocking it is, right?
Yeah,
There's
this
this
is what I was thinking. I guess when I like called into Chud earlier, like it's like a car crash. Like you can't look away, but at the same time, you know you shouldn't look. Yeah, that's what I assumed it was. But
crazy acts happening in front of you. And it's almost like when you see a car crash or when you see, if you're like, see someone on the edge of a building, like it's something that is so shocking or so just surprising that you can't look away. That's all I meant by that. And I didn't even stay there long at all. Like I actually left after I had that drink, which they force you to buy. Because if you don't buy that
They
drink,
force
if you
you.
don't buy that drink, then you have like security that come behind you.
Yeah.
And
well, they
the
just
whole
kick you
place
out.
actually is quite intimidating because whilst it's illegal, it's actually very common there. And I think it's possibly
But-
ran by
Okay.
corruption or
Trying to see if I
maybe
could
gangs there or something.
avoid that then.
But yeah, after I did have that drink, I did leave. And I did say in that message that I found it uncomfortable. And yeah, I agree. It's not a place I'd ever go back to. And that was the sentiment for me and my girlfriend. We both thought, wow, what the fuck was that? Like it's
Okay, but the criticism of him isn't that like, oh, you know, he regularly goes back. This is the thing he does, or whatever. It's you went there in the first place, right? Like I know that you know I was relatively soft on it, whatever, especially when I called into Chud. But yeah, I don't know. Even for me, I don't know. This might be me just being like super intolerant of when people like don't address like the core criticism. And also when he's like, "Oh, they force you to buy a drink. They force you to. How is this necessary? This isn't necessarily detail at all. You're just rambling." Which, yeah, fair play. He's apparently just woken up a little bit ago, so he's responding to this kind of live. Fair play.
Something you hear about, you see once, and it's like, okay, that's just fucked, and you don't go to it again.
Sure. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I think the messages gave the
Also, the response, yeah, he's just about to say that the messages did not give the impression that he thought it was fucked. He thought it was like a novelty, like something interesting, like something to like ogle out. Like he literally did like the freak show thing. Like you go and watch a freak show, and then afterwards it's like, oh my god, wasn't that awful? Wasn't that awful? Oh, I'd never go and see one of those again. But I mean, you sat there and you kind of watched it or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I've honestly, big change in my like thought pattern is like thinking more about like talking about like animals and talking about like
impression that like you just persisted and sat through the whole show, including this sex act that they performed together at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it basically.
I don't really care
says
about
I
sex
went
acts,
to
yeah, I guess.
Thailand to see that, which isn't actually the case.
Well, no. I okay. To be clear, I don't think that's the case, and I made it clear that I don't think you were specifically going to go and see that act. And I even said in my coverage, I think it was more likely that you were probably walking through this area, and they pulled you into the show.
Yeah.
But I think that my take on it was, even with that taken into account, because of the severe issue with sex trafficking there, you have, unwittingly participated in, some sort of sexual exploitation there. Right?
Yeah. And
is he going to agree to that?
That wasn't really what I was thinking when I was just walking.
He seems to just accept that, I guess.
I wasn't thinking like, oh, these girls are going to be trafficked, or if I go into this place where they're holding all the signs to go visit, where all the tourists are. Mind you, it's not just, you don't go in there and it's just a bunch of like creepy guys. It's literally just like, when you like, it's the most average amount of tourists you'll see. Like there's probably like 50% girls, 50% guys.
Well, this just sounds like he's essentially just saying what boils down to like, everyone else was doing it too, which is not a great defense. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to just watch a little bit more. Fuck. I'm so fucking bad at this game. Holy shit. I don't know. I didn't deserve that one. Holy shit.
A lot of couples go, like, it's just something they promote on the street. It's not some like back alley show.
Couples go. Well, I don't know about that play. Couples go to. I don't know about that. That sounds fucking insane. Okay. Couples go. Oh, hey, honey. I'm taking you for a date tonight. This really, really swanky place. Oh, really? What? Well, last time you took me out somewhere, you took me to McDonald's. We're not going to McDonald's again, are we? No, don't worry, honey. We're going to this really nice place. Takes it to a Thailand beatbox show. Oh my god.
And also, just to mention, yeah, it's really gross what they did. And I agree. Like, there's definitely a likelihood that they could be trafficked. Hence why I would avoid it, and I would not recommend anyone to go to it.
He needs to clarify whether he knew that at the time.
A gross thing to go to.
How old were you when you went to this show and were doing?
I thought it was like 20, right?
19.
Oh, okay, so it's even younger.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that definitely. I think there's like a sort of an irresponsibility, say, or something like that. I didn't think you went there intentionally for that. I think the other issue that you're running into with this is that there's also other messages which give the impression of you being like, a sleazebag that is heading to Thailand to set up like a harem.
That's clearly a joke.
I mean,
sure.
Yeah, that's the way it was framed. And I never actually tried to set up my own harem. I just asked about it because there was this just YouTuber I watched. It was just almost a meme. Like, it was just really funny looking at it. And I remember at the
just
time,
a question I asked.
Andrew Tate was like, I don't know, there's just a bunch of memes around harems. And I just started watching videos about it on YouTube.
He hasn't said it's a joke yet, did he?
Yeah, that's it. Like, I wasn't intending to make one myself or anything.
Sure. I think that those things, I mean, obviously, I can understand where you're coming from. I think.
Wait, I thought the harem thing, or the harem thing, was a joke. You're saying it wasn't even a joke. He was just curious about it. That sounds. I'm assuming he's telling the truth there, because if he was going to lie, that would have been such an easy thing to just say, "Oh yeah, that was a joke." So I guess he was just curious.
These things
I mean, even if I
combined.
wanted to, I don't see why that would be an issue. It's not illegal as long as everyone's adults. But no.
No, sure. I think that it just comes across as kind of sleazy, the idea that you go to Thailand and you know, find women that are more
And I didn't
malleable.
go to Thailand for that at all. You know, like
Yeah, okay.
there were several reasons I moved to Thailand, and cost of living. I mean, I think the place I chose to move to says a lot about my intentions going there. I moved to a city called Chiang Mai, which is up north, and that's away from all of like the touristy party areas. Like, there's no red light district there. It's a very chill place. Like, people there are more religious, so they're more modest with what they do. Like, if I wanted to go to Thailand and wanted to just be like a sexpat or be like a monga in Thailand, I would have gone to like Pattaya, or I would have moved to Bangkok, or even that city in.
I'm going to say what Chud says in a second. That is not true, though. You can absolutely imagine a world where like he's going there purely for sex tourism, but then he goes to like a more chill area, like not being shady, but like the people actually want to live in like sex tourism areas. You know what I mean? Like, imagine like I don't know, like the Netherlands. Imagine like Amsterdam wasn't like a really, really nice city with like, really good infrastructure and like really nice cafes and art museums and galleries and slick things like that. Imagine if it was there and the primary thing there was the red light district. If you wanted to go to Amsterdam and live there partially for the sex industry, you wouldn't necessarily just move to Amsterdam. You might move somewhere further out, because he's saying like part of the reason he moved there was cost of living and things such as that. I'm assuming there are cheaper places to go. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too much into this.
In Phuket, like I wouldn't have chosen literally the most like laid back, non red light city in the whole country. Like I wouldn't have chose Chiang Mai.
Sure, and
like,
I think this is going to be like a perception issue, because I see where you're coming from, right? And I can understand your perspective on this. I think that the way that you've spoken, and this maybe is going to clear some stuff up for people and allow people to come to a different conclusion on this, but the perception is, and certainly the video wasn't perfect, don't get me wrong, there's lots of problems with it, but the perception is you're in this Discord, you're thinking of visiting Thailand again, talking about having previously got...
He was thinking about doing it again. Dude, the timelines have got so fucked up for me. Why is he thinking about doing it again? Oh my god, okay.
Onto a sex show. You're talking about getting oiled up in a Thai massage parlor, right?
Yeah, it's a fucking massage. I don't get the crime of getting a massage. And the way
The crime of getting a massage. Okay, that makes me think that if he's saying that reflexively, that absolutely makes me think that he's like maybe not gone out there seeking this stuff, but something happened and maybe he's chill with it or whatever. It's just a massage. Okay.
he presented that as well was as if it was like, oh, grabbing because having sex. No, when you walk down the streets there's people who wait outside massage shops and they try to sell you a massage. Like they just, like I said,
no, sure. But the point I'm trying to make is I think that there's going to be a perception thing there where that's going to be perceived as you being sleazy in some way, and then combined with perceptions of Thailand and the fact that you participated in your visit before, that's where people are going to come to the conclusion that you're some sort of sex bat or sex tourist. See what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, as I visited before was with family. Like I wasn't any sort of, I'm going to go to Thailand with the boys and have a crazy trip.
No, but the thing about visiting before is that you know what it's like, right? You don't have this like argument of ignorance, right? You know what it's like. You've been there before. Apparently, he's been there several times. Yeah, maybe it was with your family. You might not see like the most seedy things, but I feel like visiting a country lets you in on like some of the more, well, I don't know, even more of the seedy things, right? Like I know for a fact that the easiest place in all of Germany to get drugs outside the Frankfurt train station. I've never bought drugs in Germany, right? You get to know these things, and I wasn't there like with mates, whatever. Yeah.
It was
Okay.
actually a family holiday, right? So
Sure. Okay. So this I mean, there's some of this is a bit awkward, so I'm just going to state it plainly, right? So this massage you had, even though there was sort of, I guess, an implication in the video, you're saying that it was just a normal massage that you got, no happy ending, so to speak.
yeah, I've never had a happy ending.
Okay. Another point I guess I wanted
guess
to
he's
raise with you
denying
as
that.
well
Okay.
is in response to people digging some of these messages up, it's claimed that you went and started deleting messages from the Discord. Is that right?
Yeah, so I just started getting like some, because this was a Discord. Like I had actually talked in this Discord for ages. It was one of the Discords that came up when you search Thailand Discord. Like it's one of the top Discords for Thailand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I joined it before going there because I wanted to
I think we know about
sort of
this, though,
meet
right?
people.
Because I mean, I'm not showing this now, so yeah. But I'm fairly sure Chud was, when he was reviewing or having the call with the guy who owned the server, or one of them, I forget, earlier, weren't they saying at one point they were like in the sidebar of like r/Thailand or something like that? I remember something was said. I think this was a pretty well known one for a long time. Yeah, anyway.
Learn more about Thailand because I was sort of moving there. I didn't know anyone there, which is also why I went, set my location there. I wanted to start meeting people. I wanted to start, getting some contacts over there because I was what, 18, moving to a country where I don't know anyone. So obviously I'm going to do that. I was a single guy, 18. Why would I not do that, Um, but in terms of that
Well,
Discord,
what was that?
what was your question about it? Sorry. But like I had actually talked in this Discord for ages. It was one of the Discords that came up when you search Thailand Discord. Like it's one of the top Discords for Thailand.
Okay.
And I joined it before going there because I wanted to sort of meet people, learn more about Thailand because I was sort of moving there. I didn't know anyone there, which is also why I went, set my location there. I wanted to start meeting people. I wanted to start, getting some contacts over there because I was what, 18, moving to a country where I don't know anyone. So obviously I'm going to do that as a single guy, 18. Why would I not do that,
Obviously, I was going to do that. Why would I not do that? What's that? What's he talking about? I hate. What is he talking about? Do that. Or Maharam? Go and watch like weird sex shows? Go and. What's he talking about?
In terms of that Discord,
Hopefully, Chud clarifies.
what was your question about it? Sorry.
Well, the claim is that you've started to now delete messages as it's being looked into and spoken about.
Yeah, so when I started getting pinged by this guy, I went through, I started deleting. I posted images of my house during floods,
Right. Okay.
and those images could easily be,
Right.
there was some I didn't post publicly, and they could sort of trace back to where I live. So I started deleting them, and then this dude pings me, and he's like, "Hey, I see you're deleting messages." I was like, "This dude's fucking weird." So I just used redact and just deleted all my messages in the server and left because I was like, "Yeah, this dude's weird." I've talked about stuff outside of YouTube here. Like, really, if I wanted to be in any community, or
This guy's a weird pedo, 100%. Hello, Big Aaron. How's it going, mate? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's a weird pedo. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think my thing so far is, I think he has gone and gotten a massage. At one of these massage places. The way he answered that is like way too suspect. But what else did he do? I don't know. He was when he was 18. What this happened when he was 20? I don't know.
any Discord server or anything relating to real life, I shouldn't have done it from a business account. That was just completely stupid of me to do that. And I did, reveal personal details in that group. Nothing that you wouldn't, like, as just a random internet user post there, but as a creator with a following, you wouldn't really figure out places you're traveling to or, just things like that.
Images of your house?
So yeah, I did
Okay.
delete the messages because I had this weird
Stop
guy
check
who was
OBS.
pinging me with like the strange messages, and I thought, yeah, this is just weird. Some dude's just trying to stalk me.
Whoa,
And
whoa, whoa. He basically admitted to grooming a 17-year-old girl so they could both go to Thailand together. That's the girlfriend. Is that in this conversation or is that elsewhere? And admitted he wanted a harem of girls like that. Well, yeah, I reviewed that earlier. Apparently, what exactly did he say? I thought he would have just said like, "Oh, I was joking about that," or whatever. I don't. Yeah, I thought he was joking, but then he says like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know. I was just curious about it. Like, I'd seen like the Andrew Tate stuff, da 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 da, blah blah blah, something something. I was curious about it, but I didn't want to start one myself." I think he probably did, and that's where he was probably curious. Like, he said so himself, like, he's a 20-year-old guy or whatever. Not that all 20-year-olds do, but that's maybe a bit of a sophomoric kind of time in your life where you might think that you get a whole harem of girls, especially when he's talking about how, like, attractive he is with his, like, blonde hair or whatever to these Asian women. If you can send me on Discord the messages about the grooming thing, I'd appreciate that. I haven't seen that about the 17-year-old girl thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where it's like there's a reasonableness to wanting to delete certain aspects. Like
31? I don't think so. I think he's 22, 21
if
now.
you put pictures of your house in a Discord, you didn't think people were going to see. I get that. But the mere act of deleting
Oh.
messages en masse is always going to be perceived as trying to cover the evidence up.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable way of viewing it.
And
But
but the thing I'd say also is that this guy would then have to provide screenshots beyond what we've seen to prove more strongly some of the claims that he's making of predatory behavior and stuff like that. So it's on
yeah,
him.
the claims are ridiculous. Like,
You saw another
some dude
chain.
in the server said some
You saw another
really
thing
like
on another
gross and weird
stream.
shit. So that
Yeah,
was cool
I mean,
because I'm in that
send me the
server.
VOD if it was another stream. Like, I'll happily review that
Yeah,
as
I mean,
well.
you know, I was looking at some of his
I just want to
messages.
kind
Oh,
of.
your friend. And
I just want to get fuck me. Fuck you. This is my chance. This is my time. Okay. Yeah, if you saw it on somebody else's stream, feel free to send me on Discord still. I'll review the VOD. Is this Internet Anarchist? Yes, this is Internet Anarchist. I could be totally wrong about his age. I'm pretty sure. I thought that was like a matter of like public record or whatever. He was like early 20s, thereabouts, no? If I'm wrong, I'll take the out on that.
it's like,
Yeah.
okay, so if you're in a Discord server and someone else is in it, like a general Discord server,
Let me check.
public Discord server that anyone can join by searching Thailand Discord, is now everyone in there your friend? Are you now responsible for the actions? Everyone in that group? They're like, I think that's quite a reach.
Sure, I think that
No.
some of the messages
21 to
suggest
22.
a certain environmental atmosphere in the Discord of permissiveness of this.
Yeah, I think it probably does change things. Yeah, like I was saying, if he's early 20s, significantly less gross, yeah, I think so. Although I would still say the 17-year-old thing is pretty troubling, especially if like go into another country with somebody, especially like Thailand, which I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure has like at least like government warnings or whatever for like crime, like basically women go there and get like assaulted or something like that. To then go with a guy randomly to another country like that sounds weird. So I'm assuming there must be some kind of like prior relationship. Yeah, weird incel behavior. Sex tourism, yeah, especially if you're just like going with your girlfriend. I don't know. I could imagine it being sex tourism behavior, or sorry, creepy weird behavior, or it's kind of like lads, go and see a show. It's like, whoa, she's putting fucking slugs and birds in her fucking pussy. He doesn't seem like a very laddie guy though, but yeah, I don't know. Weird to go with your girlfriend as well. What the fuck? Well,
Discussions about,
girlfriend or grooming victim, who knows?
certain underage sex work activities and things like that. Whilst you're not culpable for that, I think people might see it as you're engaging in
That's
this
that.
Discord server on this account, and it kind of is a very bad look for you to even be involved in the server. See what I mean?
Yeah, and I think looking at like the message there, I do think I agree. Like it's a bad look to be in there. I wasn't particularly like I was more active over there when I first went to Thailand because I was just a noob
Why's my
in
camera
Thailand.
look like that?
But I'm like by the time I just started getting those pings, I hadn't messaged that server for ages. Like it would have been probably a couple months. Like I wasn't like a active member in that group
Oh,
or
the
anything.
sharpness
It was
is
just
turned
sort
up.
of one of the many Thailand servers that I
Okay,
was
like
in.
we're normal. Nice.
Okay. Okay. I mean, the only one thing that I saw, which, because there was this other guy that was talking about having dated between 16-year-olds and 22-year-olds. And he was talking about this around the same time you were talking in the Discord. So I think the idea was that maybe you saw this and were willingly participating in conversation with someone like this.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that,
Right. Okay.
and I'm against that. I think that's gross if that's what he meant.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, there isn't really, I don't think, a strong claim with some of these other messages, which are a lot more egregious, that you would have seen those. Um, but yeah, so if you'd have seen that message, like, would you have taken any other action or left the server? Like, what would you have done if you'd have seen this stuff?
If I no
Yeah, but
reported, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'd probably leave.
that feels like such a fucking. I was expecting him to say like, "Yeah, I'd leave the server." Da, da, da. It's like an easy like tier. Like when Chud was asking people earlier, like, "Oh, what would you do if you were at the show and this and this and this?" It's like, what they would really do. It's hard to say, but of course, in that situation, they have to say, "Oh yeah, I would leave. I would leave." But I feel with this, like, asking him, "What would you do?" I would report it. No, you fucking wouldn't. You'd report it. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. That seems like, I don't know, just like, I guess virtue signal. Yeah, I don't know.
Reported, like, I don't know. I don't know the guy. I don't have any personal connection. It's like literally an online forum. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
report it.
No. Sure, I understand. I mean, I'm not. I never said or believe that you're any sort of like anything to do with kids or pedophilia off the back of this. I just think that I guess the criticism would be that if there's a server and people are participating in these kind of conversations, like, it's just not
Yeah, that's all right, Aaron. Don't worry about it. I know what you mean. I do that sometimes too. Yeah, it's all good.
a place that you would want to be involved in or participating in, and you'd probably leave, I would have thought.
Ah, so when Hellbent joined earlier and said that I bet there's something else going on with this girlfriend, she was literally just copy and pasting a Queeman opinion. Okay, based.
Absolutely. And, I probably should have left it as soon as I saw people talking about like NSFW things in there. But again, it was literally when you searched up.
Again, yeah, that completely confirms it for me. This guy is 100% not giving his real opinions. He's just saying this to try and escape this. I guess essentially just escape criticism, or like, oh no, yeah, you're right. I should have left that as soon as they started talking about NSFW things. Come on, dude. Okay.
Up Thailand Discord. It was one of the top results. So I was just in there. And yeah, I shouldn't have been in there at all. And especially not in there on a work related account. But yeah, I'm not in that group. I'm not an active participant. And I joined because it was a very public server called Thailand Discord. It wasn't some like, oh, not safe for work underground Discord or anything like that. Like it's literally called like Thailand server and has thousands of people in it, all who searched up Thailand Discord. So yeah, there are shitty people in there. There are weird people in that group, and I think that's the nature. Like I think some people do go to Thailand with malicious intent. I definitely think that does happen, but I think the way it's been framed around me and the way he's said like, oh, I'm trying to escape Australia. I planned my escape, and I went to this place for the explicit intention of committing crimes over there and doing bad things. Like, no, that's not at all what happened. And it's very malicious framing. I think he went into it thinking, I'm going to make a hit piece, and then has tried to take all these cropped screenshots and put them in a way and present them in a way which is trying to make me look.
I understand him going after the guy who made the original video and like attacking the original video, but at the same time, it's like, yep, everybody agrees that the video was bad. Pretty much everyone agrees the video was bad. It's annoying because that feels like, I feel like he's attacking the weakest criticism he can get. At the same time, that is like the source of the criticism that he gets. So, yeah, I don't know, that's probably fair enough.
Like, some like drug addicted trafficker who just surrounds myself with bad people,
Based,
which is like just a crazy way of showcasing that.
Yeah, sure. I had problems with the video. I think that it was very clear that his intent was to frame you as this depraved, drug-addled freak who was escaping Australia to go and bang a load of Thai whores. I thought that was an unreasonable presentation, but I could definitely see an.
Oh my god, no one can put it like Chud can. Jesus Christ.
Argument for like
cheers, dude. Yeah.
Behavior having been engaged.
Yeah, Fortnite's alright. It's just like kind of a chill game
like,
to play. Also good that it's got like the audio thing as well.
It was reckless. Like, I wouldn't go again. I found it uncomfortable, which, you know, I
found it
think it's just-
uncomfortable.
I say it in a
Review my own. No, I'm not going to review my own interview. That feels incredibly cringe. And also, I was a little bit nervous during that. Yeah. I probably won't. Literally, I just said nothing. It was just baseless speculation. Yeah.
that same message that I talk about it, I said I was uncomfortable. I said it twice. I was like, I was uncomfy, and I was like, I said also I was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
because that's what it was. That was the experience. It was shocking, uncomfortable, and I left.
Wait, Sammy, did you actually think? Did you actually think that was me? Listen, Americans need to learn the difference between Australian and British voices. I swear to God. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll give you perms in the thingamajiggy. Missions. Okay. Yeah, you've got permissions. I think you should be able to add everyone as well. Cheers, Sammy.
And I was like, yeah, no, would never.
I will announce. Thank you. In the what was that slur? I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'll just play devil's advocate on this particular point because I didn't really agree with the video's framing myself. But like, how would you respond to these claims about you in regards to drug trafficking, taking drugs across international lines? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I think that was
if you could announce it, that'd be really, really good. Thank you.
like, who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
how do you respond to this? The allegations about you being a drug trafficker. Who cares? That's hilarious as well. I mean, I get it, obviously. Oh, Jesus, fuck, man.
I don't really have much to add on that. I mean, I
send him to my channel. He's trying to raid me. Fuck. I should be able to be raided by everybody. I'll double check. Fuck. Wait, can he not find my channel? Shit. Okay, let me change my settings real quick. All channels should be able to redirect. I'll send him a link to my channel. One moment. I don't want to just drop my
back on
thing in the chat.
I look forward to what Discord's gone on. I'm definitely covering the H3 Dwarf guy. I'll be looking forward to that. See you later. Have fun. Goodbye.
Is that? Oh fuck. He's just leaving. Never mind. Oh, okay. If he's ended stream now, so it's all right. Oh, he's saying to Chud, I'm guessing. Oh my god, he has actually raided. Jesus Christ. Okay, thanks, Chud. Cheers, dude. Oh man, holy shit. What does that? I might have more viewers right now than I have subscribers. Okay. Oh my god. Welcome. We're reviewing the interview with between Chud. Got great. I've been gucked. True, sure. Reviewing the little bit at the end with Chud and Internet Anarchist. Honestly, I think he somehow, I think that was a sub. He somehow managed to, I guess, say nothing and then seem really, really guilty. Ignore the gameplay on screen right now. Yeah, I have been gocked. Another British guy, true. Apparently we do better. Location, vacation to Thailand. Yep. The two worst people are mods. All right. Yes, true. Like the stream. Chill right now. Subscribe, like. I've got things on for subscribers, donation. I guess I've got donations on as well. Yes. Okay. Just exactly like that. Okay, nice. Oh, okay, fuck. Okay, the power of shilling is big. Okay, nice. I might turn that down a little bit, actually. Jesus, fuck me. Fuck, let me just go to my dashboard. Am I a WASP? White Anglo-Saxon Protestant? Is that right? I'm an atheist, so I guess not. Fuck Discord. Fuck your Discord. Fair play, Osu. Turn it off. Okay. I thought it was cute if people got like a little notification when they maybe not, maybe it is. Okay. Fuck, while I'm changing this, I'll let the Chud
I
interview
guess
play.
it's the kind of the personal recklessness, right? Like you could get in trouble if that was caught. But
I suppose, but yeah.
Holy shit!
Weed is legal.
I've jumped by like 40 subscribers. Thank you very much.
When I flew through, it was also legal. And when my plane was diverted, that was when it was scary, which is what I put in my message, because my flight was cancelled. I was sent to a different country I wasn't expecting to, and that was where it was like a gray area. It's like, okay, maybe I'll leave these.
yeah, okay.
So what's he saying? The only reason he actually cared about it was because it redirected to Turkey, and Turkey is like really, really strict on it. I'm pretty sure Thailand is also really, really strict on it now. Like I haven't heard of many places that are more strict on like drugs and drug trafficking than Thailand is. Can you not get sentenced to death? I don't know. I'm fairly sure you can.
I just want to make sure that I've not missed anything. I mean, chat, if you've got any questions, by all means, throw it in there. I mean, although I obviously have got my perspectives
I like having little subscriber notifications, so I'll put it down to 1%. Okay.
On recklessness of certain behavior. I'm not really hearing anything that I think is.
Pin my next message, and then you delete someone's message, and then deleted your own message. Based.
That crazy, or is.
Who is this guy? Yes, Shelby's right. I'm Beckett's brother. What are my thoughts on Gok? What's the Chud line? Gok, yummy. Jesus.
Particularly against what my perspectives on this are. Or the lady boy. What I don't know what the lady boy allegations are, but
that message was.
Wait, what? My mic settings are 8. Loud ass bass. Shit. Okay. I'll turn it down. I'm going to turn it down on my end then. Thank you. Literally as I'm going through, I'm literally just trying to improve. I'll mute it and see.
It's directed to another guy, a foreigner, and it was just teasing him. It was just saying that he's going to become a ladyboy. I think that's the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
So it's just saying, well, like some guy there who I think maybe had like a night out.
Okay. Is the audio any better now?
Someone's going to see him as a ladyboy the next day.
Yeah, I think that's more so just a joke on some of my alleged proclivities, which are not true. I guess another thing as well, because I mean, it's great you've come to talk about this. I appreciate you coming and clearing things up and giving your side of it.
We need to end this now. You guys need to become more literate on British accents, okay? I do not sound like Beckett at all.
But it seemed like you weren't really looking to give any sort of
Mute my Discord before I get notification raped. Very good point.
response at all initially.
Well, I felt like it was the way the video was made was extremely malicious and dishonest.
Hmm.
And I felt like the framing of it kind of speaks for itself. Like if you watch it, he starts out the video in a very like dark tone where he's trying to present
Better?
other people's
Nice.
messages line.
Good.
And then
It's feedback. You think it's feedback? The distant rumbles of thunder is still there. Okay. That should be okay.
asks for subscribers and
Try turning down my mic a little bit. Literally, there's no control on the mic. Can I define adverb? An adverb is a word that is used to modify a verb. There we go.
says, "Oh, next video I'm exposing another million sub." Like the whole video to me just felt like some dude trying to
What kind of mic setup do you have? No XLR? It's a HyperX. I'm literally gonna have to go for my audio to actually see what it's called. I think Sammy knows what mic I have. Second. Audio. Let's let this play.
be the next dog pack. And I felt like he went into this not trying to make
HyperX solo cast. That's what I've got.
a fair story. I think has tried to create a, just something that people will react to, something that will be on the front page of Reddit. And he's directly misrepresented me completely, is lied about me being a predator, is completely slandered
Yeah, it's a USB plugin.
me, to be honest. Like, I think it's a very unreasonable video. And I think there are things to be critiqued for, like.
True. I'm going to pin that. One sec. Can I pin that? Nice. There we go.
I think going to a ping pong show is bad. I wouldn't do it again. But it's also a very common tourist activity there. It's not some underground thing. I get that.
You probably turn
in other countries.
You could probably turn down your gain in the software. Yep. Okay. I'll turn it down on OBS filters.
Like in America, it sounds like if that happened, it would be like down some like weird alleyway where people like are outside guarding with guns or whatever. But it was literally like you're walking down the main street. There's bars everywhere, just regular bars that people are drinking at, and there's people holding signs that lead to a club, and that club happens to be that show, and they're advertising it everywhere. And it's like
okay, hopefully
not a thing that gets.
Now.
It's like a very common thing there. It is extremely common, and it's a lot of people who travel there do go to that. And I think it's a bad thing that happens, but a lot of people do go to it. Yeah, I agree.
Now it's too quiet.
Okay, because I think another.
Okay, we're gonna figure this out. Is it too quiet or much better? Okay, we need somewhere in between. I've got it. Sounds better, but now it's quiet slightly. Okay, I'll bump it up a little bit. But I know this is annoying, but I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, I'll add it on the output. Hopefully that's good now. I think it should be. Okay. Raise it a little bit more. No, it's fine. Nice.
The angle of
this is called mastering audio.
I said it was uncomfortable in the message. I didn't say, "Oh, it was great. It was fantastic. I loved it."
Much better turn down the YouTube bit.
And that's it. And he sort of made that seem like, "Oh, I went to this place to see this show, and then I sat there and I couldn't leave because I really enjoyed it." That wasn't the case. It's not the place that you go and you're sexually attracted to.
Holy shit, with people in the chat, I should probably actually
feel uncomfortable, you feel disturbed.
More content, less audio fannying about
that life. I went in with my girlfriend. It wasn't some place I was going to try and, pick someone up or anything. I went in there with my partner, saw it. I was like, okay, that is crazy, and then left.
Yeah, I think that one kind of line of criticism is that obviously in your channel, your thing is making videos often criticizing or, doing retrospectives, talking about people's misgivings and wrongdoings. And although there is a maliciousness to the video and not everything in there is relevant, it's like, it's kind of reasonable to expect maybe you talk about or respond if you are then something is revealed about you or brought forward about you that is maybe worthy of criticism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, just say, hey, ping pong shows are bad. I went to one, it sucked. I'm not really sure like how to even respond to that sort of video that's just so badly framed. And yeah, I just don't like where do you even
I'm going
approach
to
that?
talk through this.
There's so many things taken
He
out of
speaks so
context. It was
slowly.
absolutely lied about, ridiculous leaps in logic. It's just completely made like a like if that video was more was it felt to me like a genuine video trying to bring forward criticisms.
It's so fucking annoying, like listening to streamers and then hearing like video essayists because they speak it like I don't know. It's so fucking annoying.
And address real criticism wasn't him trying to blow up his channel and just start like a new channel in the niche, then maybe I would pay more attention to it. But from the way I see,
Okay, I'm sorry, Nate. I'm gonna have to pin the Discbot Nightbot thing with the Discord. I appreciate your I appreciate your message though. Fuck.
this video is he's just completely lied about me, he's slandered me, he's tried to frame me as someone who I'm not, and I don't think that warrants my attention. I don't think that he deserves to have any more spotlight shined on him than he's already got from spamming this video.
No, this is stupid. You're by responding to allegations that have picked up stream, you're not giving people attention. You're clearing your name, right? That's the purpose of it. I don't unless he's talking about giving the allegations more attention. But I don't know. I think as soon as it reaches like drama commentators, you are fucked. Like you probably need to respond to it, right? Yeah, yeah.
Video and subreddits.
Also, to be fair, I don't know if this would have picked up traction if there wasn't a content drought right now. To be fair, right? Because a lot of like the condemnation includes like a good amount of speculation and like context about like what Thailand is like and stuff like that. So, you know, not saying that Chud's like dishonest or anything for like covering it, obviously.
Spamming it to other creators and trying to force this out there, knowing how badly he's framed it and just tried to slander me.
Yeah, I think he might have changed the thumbnail.
In this one, replying worked. Yeah, I replying worked just because he could like give like a yeah, I regret it. I wouldn't have done it at the time. It made me uncomfortable. All this kind of stuff. This reply though, I'd give it like a 4 or a 3 out of 10. I don't think he's actually done very good by replying here. I just think the facts have just happened to be on his side, right?
And it's changed, I think, from Predator, and I think he's now going with sexpat or sex tourist or something like that. I mean, how would you
Even
respond?
like, even that's completely ridiculous. Like, I think when you think of a sex pad as someone who goes somewhere for the attention of just having sex and being a sleazebag, and you know,
He sounds pretty meek right here. Yeah, I don't know if I got 69 subs. I don't know if he's actually like meek or if he's like I don't know, or if he's just like this all the time. I haven't seen him on other streams, so I don't know.
engaging solely in those activities, which is absolutely not the case for me. If a sex pack someone who like goes on dates, I mean, like, how do you separate that? As if you go to a country and you
I
go on
actually
dates,
have.
you're now a sex pad.
I've got a
girlfriend, you're now
screenshot
sex
of
pad.
this.
Like, I definitely do not think that's the case, and I think that's again a massive reach, a massive assumption. I think even just the nature
Literally
of going
soy
to Thailand,
facing
you
over
immediately get
69.
those accusations. Like, you go to Thailand, everyone's like, "Oh, lady boys, oh yeah, sex pad." But yeah, I think that's again just sort of a stereotype, and you know, there's nothing I could say to make people not think that, and I don't really care what people do think. But no, I'm not a sex pad. I didn't go there for sex, and I went there because cost of living was low. It's a lovely country to live in. It's got a good quality of life there, and I picked a nice, quiet city where I could focus on my work.
I've always seen IA as a loner in this community who always does his own thing. Yeah, true. Yeah, that is kind of true. I don't. If I was saying like who's like his big connections or whatever, or who's your friends with, I don't know.
Work. That was my intention of going there because at the time my channel was smaller.
I don't think it is like trying to answer why do you stop beating your wife, right? Because that has like a nested like assumption in it that you started beating your wife, right? But the allegation is like these messages, this thing, that thing, that thing. I don't think there's much like assumed in it. It's just it's hard to respond to because it's hard to not look like a nonce or a weirdo. If you're going to Thailand and talking about going to like weird sex shows, you know what I mean?
Would not be able to move out in Australia. Being too expensive.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that kind of, I guess, clears up my thoughts on this. I guess the other stuff is a bit more like a sundry, really. It's not as important. It just,
Nice.
I mean, I'm just going to be blunt here. It just comes across as a bit like lame and pathetic.
He also moved there. I went over this earlier, but like nobody was watching me, literally. So I think his thing about like, oh, I wasn't going there for sex tourism. Like I moved there and da da da. It's like, well, yeah, but if you were going to move to a country, let's say you were going to move there for the sex tourism, right? Like access to like prostitutes and stuff like that. You might not necessarily move into like the sex tourism area, right? That's probably a shit place to live. You probably would move into like a closer area. I don't know enough about like what Thailand's like and like the cities and towns to know, but it's not an amazing excuse.
I guess is how I put it. But this whole thing with like the YouTube plaque, what was that all about? It was this idea that you were going to use this idea of you having a silver play button to pick up chicks in Thailand and put it in your dating profile.
Yeah, that was retarded. I was just missing. Yeah.
Were you just messing around though, or like, did you want to try and pick up Thai chicks using your silver play button? Come on.
No, I didn't do that, but like, I reckon that's a thought that's gone through every.
Oh my god, the stuttering does not seem good.
No, I didn't do that, but like, I reckon that's a thought that's gone through every single YouTuber's head. I wonder if this in the background would change anything, because it is a cool thing to have, right? It's a cool achievement.
To go to Thailand and pick up Thai teenagers with my silver play button. I don't know if that has crossed everyone's mind.
No, I didn't end up doing that.
Okay.
And it was just, a shitty random joke that when you look at it in the context of everything else, oh look, he's gonna use this to lure people and have his next victim in his harem. No, that's not the case at all.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Thing is though, the thing was he's talking about the haram. Went over earlier. You probably saw it in the Chud convo if you already came from his stream. But like he was asked about the harem, and I mean Chud teed it up so he could obviously say like, oh, I was joking. Sure, I was joking when I said that. Ignore that. But he doesn't. He goes and says like, yeah, it wasn't like a serious thing I was thinking. It was more of like a I was just curious. Dude.
I mean, another thing, I guess, I don't want to like pry into your personal life exactly, but like, the impression that some of the messages gave is that you're a total like washout with women in Australia, and therefore your only choice was to go to Thailand to try and pick up vulnerable women, right? Like, what's the deal there?
First of all, that's just a wild thing to talk about. I don't know why that would be said. Why?
Am I the only person who pronounces it harem? I've got no clue how to pronounce it. I'm fairly sure like the wrong pronunciation has become so common that like everyone pronounces it like that, and it's not that. You know what I mean?
Facing them.
Well, I mean, I think that the implication that you need.
Yes, Chud gave so many layups and so many like soft serves or whatever to him, and every chance he just like I don't know. He either answers it like it's a really critical question. Maybe he's just nervous, right? I could understand him being nervous. Or like maybe he's like slightly autistic. I don't fucking know.
Need to go to Thailand to set up a harem. And that's the only place you could possibly do it, and it wouldn't be possible in Australia.
Harem was like I was just talking about it as like
I did not in fact set up a harem. Good.
Like I'm trying to figure out how to actually explain how I was talking about it. Talking about like hypothetically. Like I didn't set one up. I would be able to even.
Yeah,
I don't have it.
Listen, to be fair, I said this in coverage.
He said it again, and Chud is laughing, and he's not saying, "Oh yeah, I said that as a joke." I don't know how to explain why I was asking it. I was, it was a hypothetical. Okay. He was just working his way through the philosophication.
Bring this is like the guy included the message of you talking about that, but then a couple of messages later you say, "Well, I probably couldn't do it anyway." So.
I mean, it's fair. Chud, I would have expected Chud to have laid into him more. Fuck, I am actually just going to mute that now. Okay. I expected Chud to lay into him more if he was, like, defensive about whether it was a good or a bad thing to do, though. Like, he speaks about it and he just openly says, no, I shouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. I would do that now or whatever. It's like, okay. There's nothing else to really say.
There's definitely an element of, like, the worst possible message have been put in, and nothing to give you any sort of benefit of the doubt. So I can
Yeah, I
see
mean
that.
that's what the whole video is, man. Like, the whole video is
Vicky, yeah, Chud was Chud was EP and mad at chat. He probably wanted to go. I mean, it is kind of annoying. Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, he went way past his regular stream time. Yeah, he probably just wanted to go. I get that. Although this is probably like, this is going to be like the interview that people like reference, right? Like, I don't know if Lyrics tried to get him onto stream, but he didn't. So
just trying to frame me as this like disgusting, disturbed person who enjoys seeing people who are trafficked and all that. And in reality, I was your average like young tourist in Thailand. And yeah, the show sucked. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Shouldn't have gone in the first place. Shouldn't have been led into there. Like, because people.
oh, Lyrics did try. Fair play then. Where Lyrics tried, Chud succeeded. Don't forget.
I think the people who lead you in make money themselves, because they literally like, you're walking down the street looking to go to like get a beer or whatever, and they will like drag you in. They'll like grab you and say, "Hey, come here, go to this place, free drink or free."
I think that people, yeah, they're not doing it for free. What does he mean? Yeah, like, if you don't know, like, yeah, you know, club promoters or whatever, they get like a certain amount of tickets or, you know, whatever, or people will know like how many people they get dragged in. If they don't drag enough people in, they're fired. Like, I think it's actually a pretty well paid job as far as they go, like in these kind of places, just because like that is the area that people are going to be competitive in. Like, how many people can you like essentially drag into your like dirty, grimy fucking like like opium den?
Free show, and they literally pull you in. It's like not necessarily something that you like would want to just like go to or re-attend or like spend an extended amount of time in, right? Like, it's absolutely not a place like that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think, you know, you've agreed with a kind of a recklessness there, so I think that's fine. I mean, if chat have got anything that they think I've missed or I'm, you know, not asking about, by all means say.
Yeah, I think Chud's conversational thing is really, really good. Like, if he feels, even if he likes you, if he feels like you're being kind of like, you're tiptoeing around stuff or you're not like addressing stuff straight on, he'll probably usually like go in. I think he's taken a softer tact with Internet Anarchist right now, probably because he knows like if Chud presses him too hard, he's probably going to leave. Hence why he had to go at chat earlier. Everyone was just at him in chat and telling him to get in, call him a pedophile.
Okay, that's wonderful.
But I think,
how do I make money off depressed
okay, I've got something here actually. Ask him why he said he was single in Lyrics' chat, but he now says he went there with his girlfriend.
This is what confused me, okay? I was right, okay? Let the record show I was right. He did say that he was single when he went. I heard something about the girl that he went with being like a 17-year-old that he groomed. I've got no idea where that comes from. I haven't seen any messages about that. I just heard it like said in chat earlier. No clue. He never said the girlfriend's race. Sus. I don't know if that's like a racist comment or if you're saying like, was she Thai? I'm going to assume the first because it's funny.
In what occasion? During the start when I went on the app, the dating app?
I think what someone is trying to point out here is there's apparently some discrepancy in that you said at one point that you didn't cheat because you were single.
Yeah, I was single when I was on the dating app. And a
I
girlfriend later.
see.
I
So
didn't have a girlfriend.
I see. So visiting ping pong show, girlfriend then, and then when you were on the dating apps at that point, you were single.
Yeah, that was.
Right. Okay. I mean,
Was she Thai? Again, are you asking that because you're racist or because he was potential grooming? I'm going to assume the prior.
I don't. You know. I mean, I'm not really here to. I'm not that concerned about whether or not you cheated, regardless. So I'm not really that. No, concerned with that aspect. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really seeing any comments in chat. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I want more clarity on this. I think you're giving some good clarity there. I don't really have any further questions.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning on responding, but I do think that yeah, I could just provide that context, and also that I didn't like just because it's framed so badly. It's just completely jumping to the worst case.
Oh my god, he didn't even think to reply to this. It's probably because of the lyric stream. He saw that and he thought, "There's no need. I'm cool. Like I'm fine. Why would I bother?" But oh my god, I understand from lyrics being like, or lyrics or whatever, being like fair and wanting to be like, well, if there's nothing bad here, da da da. You've got to really think about this, I think, when you go over these videos and really have like, you'll want somebody with like a critical view. because now he has responded to it, and it's probably just going to be like, yeah, whatever. Chud answers, Chud asked him like the pertinent questions, because there is room for speculation, and if, within a reasonable standard, if there's room for speculation, but then half of it is you are like a pedophile or like a groomer or something, you need to respond to it, because a certain amount of people are gonna go with the latter, even if like reasonably it's probably the you're probably all right, you probably did nothing wrong. You will always want to respond to that, surely.
Scenario, like I loved it, I enjoyed it, and it's just the way it's presented it is really dishonest, and it's not reflective of my views at all or my experience there.
Sammy hates it when Asian women find a way to claw their way out of poverty. Wait, is that's my joke?
And it was just made with the intention of being a hit piece. And
I realised halfway through reading that's actually just my joke. That's why I found it so funny. Oh my god.
trying to make me look as bad as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you mentioned watching some of my coverage. I mean, is there any specific issue or any disagreement you had with the take I had or
Yeah.
perspective I had?
So the one issue I had, which is actually I only got to that part before I called in,
Yeah.
was when it literally said me saying I was uncomfortable there on screen, and it just felt like you were ignoring that completely, and you just kept going on for like 10 minutes of just like talking about this message, saying how I'm supporting this and how, oh, why did he stay there?
This is not a bad move. Do not go. Why is he going over? He's having a go at Chud for his coverage now, for how he phrased it.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I did not willingly just stick around there for a long time. I did not.
He did not willingly stick around there. I don't think there are bodyguards at the door trying to keep you in a club. Once you're in there, you've bought the drink. They don't fucking care, right? He didn't willingly stay.
There that long at all. I had not willingly just stick around there for a long time. I did not stay there that long at all. I went in there, had a drink, and left, and said it was uncomfortable. And it sort of felt like you were really dragging that out. And it was like, not like literally said on screen, me saying I was uncomfortable, but you were sort of presenting it as like a willing attendance, or that I wanted to be there.
I mean, okay, I don't want to necessarily litigate this to the fine details necessarily, but to me,
okay, if this was somebody who wasn't so like, I guess so. So he's a flight risk, all right. He's going to fly the conversation. If he was if he was up for a little bit more, I think Chud would have probably screamed at him at this point. I think this just proves that Chud is being like kind of, I guess, overly fair, maybe kind of cautious about how he's interacting with it, just to make sure he can be on there and like keep. I mean, he's not like holding back criticisms, but he's not going in with as much kind of like heat as he could.
Just came across. I don't want to necessarily litigate this to the fine details necessarily, but to me, it just came across like you're saying you're uncomfortable. You
can see how it might feel. It might feel intimidating to be in a venue, whether most likely sex trafficked women shoving things in their badge. I don't think it would. I genuinely don't think it would. I would feel uncomfortable. I don't think I would feel intimidated, personally. Also, he's saying that he didn't realise they'd be sex trafficked. He's saying that he had almost no knowledge about what these shows were like, or at least what the back end is, the industry. So he can't really use that excuse. And even if that was true, that excuse makes no sense in my mind. Like, what you worried is going to happen? You're going to try and leave the club, and you get grabbed on the back of the shoulder. It's your turn next. What?
You left, but you stayed enough to watch like a large portion of the show, and that it went from like fish getting inserted, the razor blades getting inserted, to them having sex. So that suggests a continuous presence of the show, where you're saying it's kind of like more like you just left quickly.
Also, this might be an incredibly, like, okay, as a non-vagina haver, I will make this speculation. How the fuck? This might be part. How the fuck do you get a bird in there, right? Like, the wings are going to be flapping about, unless they're like tiny like robins. But even then, like, the feathers are gonna. This is gross to think about, but all the moisture that is there, it's just going to be like into those feathers. A disgusting thing to think about. Oh my god.
That's the impression that I'm getting now that you presented.
Yeah, I came in, had a drink, watched the show. That crazy shit happened, and I think it was like, yeah, that happened. I was not there for long at all, and me and my girlfriend didn't like it, and we left.
Okay.
Chicks like a baby chicken. Oh my god, yeah, the claws. I don't know. Chicks maybe. I'm guessing you can have that tiny like.
Wanted to finish your drink. You wanted to get your money's worth.
Well, it's kind of weird there. Like,
I'm thinking there's honestly no real insertion. I have got no clue. I've got no desire to even look at what these shows look like. I mean, what else would they be though? I'm not expecting them to be like all the way in or whatever, but
there's almost like a pressure to be in there.
Okay.
Like they have like security guards everywhere, and they're like shining torches.
Scales will probably change. That's a good point, because you think you'd put it in one way, right? That's the way the fish swims or whatever. That's fine. Then you try and drag it out and just... I refuse to think about this anymore.
Around, and you're not allowed to have your phone or anything. Like it's quite a weird environment in there, and it is an environment you don't.
Shockingly, the girlfriend didn't enjoy seeing women go worse into shoving budgies up their cooter. That's true. He went to this show with his girlfriend. Why didn't she want to leave? I don't understand. I feel like that maybe... I'm not talking about the 17-year-old stuff.
Don't want to be in, right?
Not because I don't want to, or it's boring, or it's disgusting. Genuinely because I've got like no proof of it, right? It's pure speculation that I've seen like thrown around. Not, to be fair, not really fair to talk about.
So yeah, we did leave after having the drink.
There is no girlfriend. Is that true? Can you link me something that says that? Apparently at one point he says that he was single and he went there. And at another point he said he was there with a girlfriend. I've got no clue.
I see. So but you're saying that like your concept here is that it wasn't, you weren't sat there like, I want to watch the rest of the show and I want to watch them fuck. You're presenting the idea that it was more this weird pressure that you felt because there were people around. And...
It was more like, what the fuck is this?
Right, okay.
And this is weird. It was like a car crash. Like you see someone crash a car, you're looking at it, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on? That's crazy. And that's really it.
Yeah, no, I can see your issue with what I. Yeah,
and...
yeah, I can see that. I think for me, it was just really wanting to point out that, and you know, I don't think you went there specifically to view it. It was just to point out that there are issues in Thailand with sex trafficking, and these people were likely a product of that. I think your explanation and the social.
Yeah, after doing all this, Chud's going to do one research stream into exactly what Thailand's like. Next flight out there, he's on the way. London to Bangkok. Here we go, baby.
Pressure. I can understand that aspect, and I get that maybe leaving straight away would have been awkward or difficult or something like that. But I would put that down to youthful recklessness at worst, not these claims that you're some sort of predator, as other people have said.
Yeah, absolutely not. And I also think another one of your like big points was like, oh, I did something illegal. Yeah, it is illegal, but so many things over there are illegal. Like they have very strange laws. Like for example, you can go to prison for saying something negative about the king's clothing, right?
What's this got to do with anything? I don't know if I've just mixed like crucial context here, or if he's just like bloviating at this point.
Illegal. Yeah, it is illegal, but so many things over there are illegal. Like they have very strange laws. Like for example,
true, actually. Oh yeah, I'm taking a week off. We're taking a week off stream. It's because you know, I just feel like streams got to me or whatever. Lady boys.
Example, you can go to prison for saying something negative about the king's clothing, right? They have List Majesty laws. Porn over there is illegal, right? They have very strict laws on things. However, pretty much everything over there goes on the same as it would in another country where that is legal, because the nature of Thailand is relatively corrupt, I'd say. But yeah, things go on, and just because something's illegal doesn't mean it's not super common.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so we're saying the laws are strange and unevenly enforced. Yeah, I get that. I definitely believe that's probably the case. The king's clothing thing is weird to bring up though.
It's not some under out. It's like on the main street being advertised to you. People literally like tourists, like it's just literally a tourist hotspot. Like,
yeah, sure. I mean, when I say it's illegal, I know there's things that go on there that, you know, are obviously illegal, but I think that the reason it's illegal is going to be like we need to kind of remove that aspect in a way, because it's about the act itself. Because you mentioned there, you know, disrespecting the king's clothing is illegal. Well, I would say that's a stupid law that you shouldn't follow and should disregard, and that's dumb.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. I'm just gonna get water.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna get water. Fair play. Fuck. Okay.
I'm back.
Yeah, sure. So
He's
I
back.
guess that it's like, you know, saying about the King's Clothing thing, yeah, that's obviously a dumb law. But I would agree with a law that would prevent women from shoving fish and razor blades up the pussy, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think, and I've already mentioned, I think it's a bad thing. But I just want to clarify that it's not some like underground
Yeah.
thing that you go through these like weird halls, or you seek it out, or you have to know people who will invite you to it. Like there was probably like 100 people there. Like it was literally a club,
Yeah, yeah.
like a filled up club,
Yeah.
full of like tourists and.
Is there anything else worth listening to in this VOD, or does he literally just like not really say anything else? Because I feel like we've got to the point where it's kind of these are kind of whatever things.
Thai people, like it was just a full club. Like it wasn't some like private show. It wasn't something you go in and you're interacting with individuals. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was like just
Yeah,
like a show.
sure.
Yeah, it was presented.
I can understand where you're coming from there. So, you know,
Yeah.
this I think ties back into the thoughtlessness or recklessness of it, of not thinking it through being there. Going and participating in that, you could think, oh, this is all totally fine and there's nothing wrong with this. It's only when you take a step back you think, okay, well, there's clear issues and ethical quandaries here, you know, participating in this sort of behavior, right?
Even being there, like I was uncomfortable. Right?
Yeah,
Sure. I didn't go home and think, oh, that was uncomfortable. Said in those messages. Because yeah, it was not a comfortable thing to watch. It was shocking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've covered everything there is to cover.
Like it's the most fucking traumatizing thing of his fucking life. Like I was really uncomfortable. I was completely distressed. I saw fish go in, and then they brought out the baby chicks. They put a blender about it. You watched it, brother. It can't have been that bad, okay? You can walk out of these places. Admit it. You felt morbidly curious. You felt kind of interested, okay? But you're talking about it like this is like trauma for you. It's not, is it? Be real. I don't know. I mean,
I mean, as I said, I didn't think you were like a predator or something. I just think some clarity on this stuff would be good. I've gotten that clarity.
Yeah.
3 fish went in, only 1 came out. Jesus Christ.
If there's any other questions you have, feel free to ask. Like, I'm probably not gonna come on and talk about it again. Like, the situation's just been really annoying.
Chud's going live again. Fair play. Yep. People who were like dipping out for the Chud stream, whatever. Fair play. I'll see you later. For those who are staying, we are going to go over some Thailand sex industry documentaries. Yeah, that's going to be the plan.
Especially having my face put on a thumbnail
Just to see what the best cities are to visit, obviously.
with like 12 to 16 Predator. Like, it's really tried to make me look like an EDP, which is really just messed up. So,
Wouldn't say interested, just morbidly curious. Yeah, I think that's fair. But even if you were to say, I was morbidly curious to stay and watch, that's fine. But calling it like disturbing, or like calling it like, oh, this was horrific. I don't know. Some light viewing, yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping to find some more slightly entertaining ones, not ones about Thai women being.
Yeah. I mean, some of the things there were not even something you said. So I obviously agree with the framing of the video, but I think the concerns or issues that I had, we've spoken about and discussed. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I don't really have any further questions. It seems like chat aren't really giving me anything that I've missed, so I think we're good. We can end there.
all right. Thanks for having me on. I'll see you on
Pleasure. All the best. Bye bye.
Is that?
There we go.
There we go.
We've got some answers. We've got some
some
clarity.
answers. Answers.